Hello friends, in this video the topic of discussion is operator overloading of binary operators using the concept of friend functions. If we use the friend function implementation of operator overloading for binary operators, we have to take two arguments to the operator function, because the operator function is not a part and parcel of the class, because it is a friend function of that particular class in which it is being declared. So operator function is basically here a friend function and not a member of that particular class in which it is declared. So we need to supply two parameters, so two arguments for in the case of binary operator overloading, so as to implement the concept of operator overloading of binary operators using friend functions. So I will just make it clear by means of an example program or an illustrative program, which will now try and open and show you how the concept is being implemented. This is the program which I want to show you. So this is hash include iostream using namespace std, and I've taken a class which whose name is com. So this com is basically I have taken a complex number class. That's why the name comes from that complex. So the name com. This has two data members in A and B, which are private data members, int A and B. So this A portion is nothing but to store the real part of a complex number. As you know that the complex number is composed of two parts, a real part and an imaginary part. If the complex number is A plus IB or A plus BI, then A is the real part and B will be the imaginary part of the complex number. So these are the two data members, A and B. There is a constructor, there is a no argument no body constructor. This is a default constructor, then a parameterized constructor of this format having two parameters, int r, int I. So what will be supplied as r will be assigned to A, and whatever is given as I as the parameter will be assigned to B. So this is the real part and this is the imaginary part. Real part R goes to A, imaginary part I goes to B. After that, there is a display function which I have declared here, but I have defined it later on outside the body of the class. There is yet another function which has been referred to here. This is the friend com operator plus com ampersand com ampersand. So this is basically the friend function declaration. So this friend function is written inside the class com, but it is not a part of the class com. It is a friend function of the class com. It is not a member function. It is not a member function. I remind you of this particular class com. So this is a friend function. So since this is a friend function, it has a keyword friend. Com is the return type of the operator function. The operator which we are going to overload is the plus operator or the addition operator, which is the binary addition operator, and having two arguments, because the friend function doesn't take an implicit argument with itself when it is invoked, because it is not invoked by the help of an object of a class. So friend function needs to have two parameters for binary operator overloading using friend functions. So these are the reference to the data type com, reference to data type com. Both are references to data type com passed as parameters to the operator function. Now let's go to the display function. I have just displayed the complex number in this fashion, that is A plus BI. So if a complex number is something like which has a value of A as 5 and B as 3, then it will be like this 5 plus 3i. The display pattern will be like that. So after that, I have written the friend function, which is the operator function, having the concept of the addition operator going to be implemented in case of two objects of the class com. So this will have the logic of the addition of complex numbers. So this is com operator plus having two references, two reference to objects as parameters. Com temp is a temporary object of the class com, then temp.a is equal to c1 plus c1.a plus c2.a. So c1.a comes from this one and c2.a comes from this one. These are the real part. This is the addition of the real parts. So this is temp.b, c1.b plus c2.b. So this is coming from the c1 and this is coming from c2. So c1.b is coming from the first parameter and c2.b coming from the second parameter. This is the addition of the imaginary parts of the complex number, and the result is being stored to the temporary object of the complex class in the B section, that is the B data member of the object temp. And after that I'm going to return this temp from this function. And then in the main section, what I've done, let me see, com c1, c2, c3, I've taken three objects. I've created three objects of the com class, and this will definitely invoke the default constructor because these are not given any value in parenthesis associated with them. And then I have given some value in parenthesis in this fashion. c1 is equal to com 4 comma 5, that is, this invokes the parameterized constructor. 4 goes to the real part, that is a, and 5 goes to the imaginary part, that is b. Similar argument for this also. c2 com 7 3, 7 goes to the real part a, and 3 goes to the imaginary part b. And for c3 it is nothing but the invoking of the operator function, which is implemented as a friend function in this illustrative program. So this is nothing but the addition of two complex numbers, and this plus operator c1 plus c2, this statement invokes the operator function, and the operator function calculates the addition of two complex number in this logic and return the temporary object to the calling object to be assigned to the calling object. So this temporary object is to be assigned to this c3. Whatever is the result of this temporary object will be assigned to c3, and c3 will be displaying the result of the addition of these two complex numbers c1 and c2. So I have displayed c1.display, c2.display, c3.display by means of these three display functions invoked by each of the objects. I have displayed the first complex number, the second complex number, that is 4 plus 5i, 7 plus 3i, and whatever is the result coming in c3 I have displayed by this statement c3.display. So let me see, the result should be like this: 4 plus 7, that is 11, and this 5 plus 3 is 8. So the result will definitely be 11 plus 8i. So let me see if everything goes fine in the output. So let's go to build and run. The output window is open. c1 is 4 plus 5i. I will just drag it a little bit towards the right in order to show you everything. See this, c1 is 4 plus 5i, so c1 comes as 4 plus 5i as has been expected. c2 should be 7 plus 3i, so c2 is coming to be 7 plus 3i, and this addition will result in the answer being allocated to c3 or assigned to c3 rather, and that should have been 11 plus 8i as I have told you before, and this is 11 plus 8i, correct, and the answer is also tallying with our expectations. So 11 plus 8i is the result of the addition of these two complex numbers. So this is nothing but the explanation of the implementation of operator overloading of binary operators using the concept of friend function and not as a member function. So I think I have made everything clear to you as far as this concept is concerned. But still, if you have any doubts and queries in your mind regarding this entire explanation, you can well post your doubts and queries into the comment section below so that I can address them. Thanks for watching this video, and please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to DigiGuide. Thanks again.